And good evening, everybody. It's the men's room. You're here with the Appalachian American and my good buddy, Old Tommy Gun.
How y'all doing tonight? We got a great show. Some DC Marvel news. We're gonna get a little bit into the vehicles tonight. It's gonna be a good show. Let's see. First topic. Let's see.
Flash actor fired. You'll fire. You fired. You fired. You fired. You remember the little bugs from A Bug's Life?
Oh yeah.
You fired. Hey.
You fired. You fired. You fired. Oh, will you shut up? You fired.
I love that movie.
So we're not going to go into full detail why he got fired. We know it's over some, was it tweets?
Yeah, pretty rough stuff. I caught
Very
it
graphic.
before they started. I'm sorry?
I was just saying it was very graphic.
Yeah, it's stuff we're not even going to show. It's
Yeah.
it's rather disgusting.
Hey, Attack of the Clones. Come and get me.
There's one tweet that I feel like we can read. This was 9/11/2014, and he says, "Out at dinner and just exposed myself as a racist again." I mean, like, why are you bragging about that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
That doesn't make you look cool. I mean, it's just it's not something that, needs to be out there and said.
Oh yeah. That's pretty messed up. Which I will say, I watched The Flash. He was an okay character in the show. I could live without him, so it's not really like it's too upsetting for me. But I mean, I just don't see them, because there's talk about them trying to bring him back just for an episode to basically kill him off or something like that, to get one episode out of him.
Is it important? Is he a main character?
He's a main character. He's a sidekick. Like, you just can't make the sidekick disappear. Like, that's bad storytelling then.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with what exactly why he would do something that stupid or say something that stupid. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah. It's definitely not something to be proud about. And I mean, I've never been into the show. Myself, I've never been involved with watching that show, but I know it's got a lot of people that really like it.
Oh yeah. It's I will say it's better than the Flash movies, where what is it? The Justice League movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brain fart. He's better than the Justice League one.
Oh yeah. Anything's better than that idiot.
It looked like a bad version of Iron Man.
But I mean, if you think about it, you got the Flash, the TV show guy, out here being disgusting, and then you got Ezra Miller from a couple weeks ago on our couple episodes back on our show, talking about how he's gonna choke a girl.
Oh yeah. Now
like
I will say,
what?
The one that said he was going to choke a girl, he was actually on Flash, the TV series.
No, that was Ezra Miller.
Yeah, but no, they brought him on there.
Really?
Yes, as the Flash too, just from another dimension.
Oh, like Flashpoint.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I like your outfit. It seems freaking comfy.
Yours is pretty cool.
Smooth.
Seems safe
It's
and
breathable. Found Barry Allen. No! What does that mean? How can this...
this should be impossible now.
It should be impossible now?
You don't know about the...
Oh my god, don't do this to me. I don't know about the what.
It was not special.
It really can't be looking good for DC and Warner Brothers right now. I mean, they really got to be, man, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
I really think they're gonna have to do some structural change. And so one person I listened to, he was talking about how that a talking head. He was talking about how that is it that hard to pay a college intern $300 to just dive into somebody's social media and try to find this kind of stuff?
Oh yeah.
It
Like,
can't be that hard.
You're going to invest that much money into a character? Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure they spend a pretty penny on even just like the sidekick or anything.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you want to check your investment? But
Do what?
what I was saying is, wouldn't you want to check your investment before you actually put that much money into
yeah,
it?
for sure.
But, I mean, they made bad choices in the past.
Yeah. Well, it's Warner Brothers, so
Yeah.
kind of what do you expect?
Jay used to love Warner Brothers.
I know. They're cartoon-wise, their cartoons are great.
Yeah.
Batman the Animated Series, Pinky and the Brain, Animaniacs, all that stuff. Good quality entertainment. But it's like, man, they're going downhill.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
Chief, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
In light of all the controversies of the world, the Punisher emblem, I don't know if Marvel wants to do away with selling Punisher emblem merchandise because it's showing up in police officers' gear and uniform. Well, not uniforms, because I mean they've got to be strict. But it's showing up in police officers' uniforms. It's showing up in gun accessories and whatnot. And police are just not. I mean, it's not. I'm not meaning police are just, but I mean I have a few things on a few of my items. I'll say that have the Punisher logo on them, and I mean they're cool. That's what happens when you make a cool emblem. It gets used. And I think the social justice warriors are out here wanting to raise a stink about it because the Punisher is a cool character that, I don't know. It's all tied up with the police and everything right now, and that's the problem right now. Is everybody's worried about, it makes them look like they're out there trying to be the Punisher, and it's like, man, no, not really.
My thing is that emblem's been around for a while.
Right.
Just because I don't know. I love that logo. I think it's.
Oh yeah.
But and we live in a society now where if it hurts your feelings, it gotta go away.
Hashtag cancel culture is a cancer on our society.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah. It's awful.
So to get on to other news, let's see here. Well, we got Tesla.
Tesla. You know, I don't know much about Tesla.
I know a little bit. I know it's gonna sound weird, but I like the truck. It may look like something from Back to the Future,
Yeah.
but it can outpull an F-150 and outrun a Mustang.
Okay. All attention. Attention. Pull.
Cars and
Cars
trucks.
and trucks. All right, Seth. Your very first car.
My very first vehicle was a 1987 S10. A little lowrider, 4-banger, 4-speed, just cool little pickup truck. No air conditioning, hardly any heat.
Oh yeah.
Little hoopty.
But the thing was, you had that truck when we first started hanging out. Like you were driving that every day.
My dad bought that truck in 2001.
Now where's it today?
Sitting behind my parents' house, covered in about an inch of algae and funk.
Pollen.
Yeah.
It's ready to be just reborn again.
It's waiting. Soon as I clear out some more of the junk in my garage, I'm gonna take a pressure washer to it and wheel it in there.
All right, so I'll go with mine, and then we'll go from there. My first car came from a junkyard. It was an '84 pickup. My dad bought it for me for Christmas. The reason he did this is so I can learn how to work on a car myself. People don't realize how much you can save and everything by just working on your own thing, changing your oil in your car, fixing little things. I'm going to do it to my sons. When they get their first car, it's going to be a clunk or something they can work on. I can show them how to work on it. Because I can talk until I'm blue in the face about how to work on a car, but if they don't do it, they're not going to learn it.
Right. And you know, people these days, I've got a buddy of mine who had a really nice BMW, and every time he pulled in the parking lot, that thing squeaked and squalled and just made a really bad noise. I said, "Man, why don't you change your brakes on that thing?" He's like, "Well, I got the brakes. I just haven't had a chance to take it to the garage, and you know, I've needed a car." And I was like, "It's a brake job. Like, why do you need to take it somewhere? Like, just pop a wheel off and fix it." Well, I don't know how to do that. And I got to thinking, man, you know, like some fathers screwed up.
Oh yeah.
They didn't teach your kids the right things. They didn't teach your kids how to do, you know, car stuff. They didn't teach them how to change brakes, change your oil, change all kinds of stuff. You know, ours did. You know, we learned how to do stuff. You know, now it's to the point where my dad goes and gets oil and says, "Hey man, I need you to change oil on the Jeep or the Tahoe or whatever." You know, my parents' cars. It's long. It takes longer to get it up in the air than it does to do the actual work.
Oh yeah, and I don't know, when you're having a bad day, sometimes a project of just working on a car can make it so much better.
Right.
Like, it makes you not think about what's going on.
Oh yeah, and honestly, man, I tell you what. Sometimes it's that solidarity of just being in the garage by yourself
Got the
It
music
wouldn't.
cranked up.
Well, not even. You can if you want to, but I'm just talking about like I don't want nobody bothering me. I don't want nothing. I just want to sit there and chill and like calm. Like if I've had a bad day, I just want to calm down.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. And sometimes it's nice to get that mental situation all back together. And like adjusting a carburetor could be the most aggravating thing in this world, but sometimes it can calm a person down.
mm-hmm.
But that was my first one. So, what was your second vehicle?
My second vehicle was a 2000 Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor.
I remember that.
That was an interesting car. I want to say it was relatively low miles. Bought it from a police department up in Washington, D.C. It was a K9 car, so it didn't really have a lot of stuff going on. Like it didn't have a lot of miles because it didn't travel that far.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. Cobra R's, full exhaust. Yeah, it was cool.
Now, how did you get your hands on that? Like,
Honestly, I don't know. My dad said that my dad knew somebody that had it or had a way to get it. I don't know. I just remember taking out the loan for it and getting it.
so my second car, I was going to work one day, and it was a place called Pick and Save. It's a salvage yard. Like you go and you take the parts off and buy it for a lot less of a price. Well, I worked behind it at a welding fabrication place. One day I drove past it, and there was this beautiful 1973 F100. Beautiful. And I bought it. And it was $800 at the time. I drove it home. I was happy as I could be. It was baby blue.
I remember that truck. That was a cool truck.
Now, did you see what I did to it?
No.
I slammed it to the ground, tubbed it with my dad's help and my brother's. We tubbed it, put a hood scoop on it. I was going to paint it black. And for some reason, I sold it. It had a 390 in it.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
That was a cool truck. I remember.
Yeah.
Didn't it have a little 2-barrel?
Yeah, it had just a 2-barrel carburetor.
2-barrel carburetor.
The exhaust was
The
exhaust was cut 3 inches past the cab. So, like, when you're driving it, you can't have a conversation. So that person that doesn't want to talk would love that car.
That was my dream car. Then I should have drove that truck.
What?
Yours? I don't like having conversation. I love. My wife and I were talking about it. How that we, a couple years ago before we got married, I would have to drive home every night, or the night that we were, saw each other, and like a majority of the time, I would just have no music, no nothing, just listening to the exhaust, just cruising, enjoying my quiet time.
Oh, yeah. I think it's funny, though. Like, when you drive an old car, it kind of feels funny. You turn down the radio so you can hear that engine. You could tell if it's the engine.
Mm-hmm.
This new generation coming up, they have no idea why when I was driving, my kids didn't know why I would turn the radio down to see if the engine was running right. They don't understand that.
They don't know what to listen for.
Nah. Wow, I sound old when I say that new generation.
Oh, I know, man. We're old. We are old. Speaking of exhaust, vehicle number 3 is a motorcycle. Actually, yeah, I sold the Crown Vic and used that money towards the bike. All while I kept the little truck, the little red S10 still at home. But I bought a 1995 Honda Shadow 1100. It's the Ace edition. It's the VT 1100 C2 is the model code. 1100cc engine, liquid cooled, 5-speed. But it's all been it's a bobber, it's flat black, chrome, heat wrapped exhaust, straight pipes. It's loud. And the cool part about that bike is it's super duper rare. It's commonly referred to as a lawyer bike because in 1994 Honda acquired a designer from Harley Davidson to come build him a motorcycle. Well, the 1100 Ace popped off the showroom floor looking like a 1993 Softail Heritage. And Harley Davidson sued the crap out of Honda because of it. There's a lot of details about the engine, the way the engine was designed, carried that engine sound that a Harley Davidson does. So if you look at the 94, if you compare the 94 Honda Shadow to the 95 or the 96, the 4 and the 6 sound alike, and the 5 has a sound all to its own. The way that it fires, the way that the crank is designed and everything, it fires at a different on a different location. It's called a split pin crank, and it allows for that court document quoted potato sound that a Harley Davidson makes sounds. Harley sued the pants off of Honda. It's the only Honda to have the VIN code on the neck where it tells you have your VIN. It has the year the bike was created, and it also has made. Now it says made in China, but the 1995 is the only year that it says made in the USA. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of really cool things. My cousin, he's worked for Harley, and he pointed out quite a few different things that bike used that Harley Davidson used. So
if you have that bike, you just found out a whole lot more about your bike. Right.
It's only the C2. The other Shadows are different. The C2, it's got front and rear disc brakes. I mean, it's a pretty stout bike. It runs like a scalded dog too. Sure, my mom doesn't want to hear that.
So my third one. Ready for this one?
Yeah, buddy.
Dodge minivan.
Hemi?
Ooh, no.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
It's got Hemi in it. I feel you would.
Well, no. Wait, I take that back. That was my fourth one. That was my fourth one.
I'll tell you what.
I had an 84 Dodge pickup. I only had it for a week. I sold it.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, because I only had it for a week, and
Okay.
I could hold it to the floor, and it would something was wrong with it. It would only go to 25 miles an hour. It would shift gears. I could feel it shifting gears, but it would not. It had no power, no power. But I had it for a week, and I was working on it, and I went to go take it for a test drive, and the shifter cable broke. I parked. I got it to the house, and I got out, threw some blocks underneath it, and then sold it the very next day. I was done with it. That's why I forgot about that one because that was a bad memory. It was nice though. It had that light bar with the KC lights on it. It was extended cab. It was a real short one. It's kind of like the F100 style.
Like the suicide doors.
No, like
The back doors?
it was extended cab, but you had to go through the front seat to get to the back seat.
Ah,
Yeah, it was only 2-door.
I hate that, man.
Yeah. I hate just the partial extended cab. Because if you're a big man, someone calls
Right.
shotgun, you're screwed. You're like,
Right.
yeah, I'm riding into bed because if I get in there, I'm not getting back
I'll just drive myself.
out. Well, that was back in the day when you'd be out with your buddies and everybody hop in the car. We're going to go to this party. You didn't know who the person was, so you just rode with them.
Yeah, and then you might end up having to catch a cab to get home to get your truck so you can do something else with your buddy.
Yeah, actually, that happened, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah,
It
that did
did.
happen. And I had actually more fun. It was I was at the pool hall, which AKA Guys and Dolls, and we went down to a little place. What, corned beef? Was that corned beef night?
Wanted to, yeah, but
Yeah.
our buddy wouldn't leave or wouldn't let us go back to the he wouldn't leave and he wouldn't take us back to our car. So like we had to catch a cab.
Yeah.
Luckily
Or
we knew
there was
people.
Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily we knew people.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now, have you done Uber since I've mentioned it?
No.
It seems a little. I don't know. I'm not trying to diss any Uber drivers or nothing. That's just. I don't know.
Yeah. I just have a weird thing about getting in a car with a stranger.
Yeah, and especially if you don't know, like at least when you work for a taxi, if that person wrecks that taxi, they're fired. But if you're an Uber driver, that's your car. So if you wreck it, you're just going to get it fixed and do it again.
Yeah.
So you don't know if you're getting a good driver or a bad driver. That's. But
I think they have ways to rate. I'm not sure. So if you get somebody that's got a good rating, you know they're all right. If you get somebody that's got a bad rating, you might want to hit that skip button. So,
all right, going on to car number 4.
Car number 4 was the Hobag. The Hobachev. The Fun V. Let's see, what other names does it have? I don't know. It's just stupid stuff. I had 2002 Chevy Tahoe. Fully loaded, everything except the sunroof for some stupid reason. I wish that
would have been nice.
Oh,
that would have been nice.
Yeah. But it's I put 20s on it and then 33s. And it's got a light bar, Nerf bars. I shaved the badges off of it because I can't stand badging and decals and stuff like that. I want to get the windows tinted out, but that's my current vehicle. I would love to, man, but dude, it's so expensive. I don't know. It might, if it's something that just falls in, if it falls together, like that's cool. But it's $1,600. That's just for the kit.
Yeah.
Now, if I had a Silverado, like just a 1,500 Silverado, it's like $700
All right.
for the lift kit. Yeah. And essentially, the only difference is the rear suspension. The front the front suspension is the same setup as a Silverado, so that part is compatible, but the rear suspension is different.
Now you could do a body lift for cheap, though, right?
Yeah, if I want to park at the trailer park. No, I don't think so.
Basically, you take a ratchet and extension. It's this little thing like this that the extension actually fits into like it was a socket, and you pop it into the spring itself, the front springs. And he had 3 on each side, so he put like 3 inches of lift.
Oh, a spacer? Like a spacer?
The ones that pop into the spring?
Yeah. Okay, I know him as a spacer. Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all.
Them things shoot out, man. Oh my Lord.
3 of them in there. And they were the big ones. They weren't them little tiny ones. And I was like, oh dear God, this is gonna like end badly. But you do stupid things when you're young.
Hey, remember when he took the doors off of his truck?
And we duct tape mirrors on the fenders?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Which apparently...
Would you let him do that for?
You know, it was very hot that summer. It was actually kind of nice. I mean, I wasn't going to get on the interstate with him like that.
Yeah.
But,
you fall out the door.
Yeah, I made sure I wore the seatbelt on that day.
Gosh.
Yeah. At the time, yeah, remember, that was back in the day when everybody rode in the bed of the trucks. Like, it wasn't no big deal. Like, as long as we didn't hit interstate, I was good.
Oh, riding in the back of a truck like we all did that night we got busted. Were you there? We got pulled over?
Oh. Story time.
Oh, Lord. So we're in his pickup truck. What year was that truck? 80?
84, maybe?
84 F-150.
It was very square.
Yeah, and it was me and him in the front seat, and then about 15 or 20 people piled up in the back. They took camper shell off.
Yeah.
And police had went up to we were hanging out at Kmart, I think, or I don't know where we was. Police blew by, just just as fast as they could go, headed west of town. So we jump in the truck and we're like, let's go see what's going on. Stupid idea. Don't ever go look to see what's going on.
Yeah.
It's a dumb idea.
Wasn't that a fight at Kmart or Walmart?
Huh?
Wasn't it a fight at Kmart or Walmart?
No,
that was a different one.
They went in. Do you remember? It was Beverly Heights. They went up Beverly Heights. We lost them, kinda. We saw a couple people, couple cops, and then we, coming out of the area, a game warden pulls us in Applebee's parking lot.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John don't come for you?
Because there's like 20 people in the bed of the truck. So, everything's all good in the hood until, as soon as we pull up, I noticed that there's still a shotgun. There's still a couple pistols and everything. Like, chilling.
Yeah.
Now, the pistols were in a case. They were in a transport case. I don't know if it was locked or not, or maybe just closed and snapped. Like, you know how them Pelican cases, they snap closed?
Yeah.
But the shotgun was out, like sitting, like propped up against me, like going down in the floorboard. And when we get pulled over, I'm just like, dude, just throw your hands out the. Throw your hands out the. I was like, let's, show them your hands, put your hands out the window, because this ain't gonna end well. So they come up, we're hands out the window and everything like that, and they were just like, what are you doing? And we're like, well, we have firearms, and we just want you to know. Now, see, that's how you don't get drug out of the car and shot, by the way,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
everybody else. You put your hands out the window and you tell the officer, hey, I got a gun. Hey, it's not loaded. Hey, it's in a holster, or it's chilling, but whatever. You put your hands out the window,
Yeah.
and you don't be an idiot. So he pulled us out of the car nicely, because we told him. We were informative. We weren't trying to be buttholes.
Yeah.
So hey man, we got some weapons here and yada yada. He calls for backup because lo and behold, the police call that they all went for was armed breaking and entering.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I am so glad I went with that. I would have had a panic attack.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
I'm too pretty to go to prison.
See, me and what's his name? We knew, like, we got guns like crap. Nobody else did, so they're all having a hoot and holler in the back, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
shut up, like, y'all don't know what's going on, like, shut up. So they shut up, and they start breaking out the pistols because they want to run serial numbers. Well, they start running them. They come back to his dad's name, so everything's like legit. Yada yada yada. They call his dad. I was like, "Hey man, we have your boy. He's got a couple pistols. Technically, he's not supposed to be in possession of them. You're gonna need to come down here and get these." Of course, he's out of town. But he verifies all the information that needs to be verified, yada, yada, yada. And the police officer started asking, like, who all was over 21. And so I was like, I am. And because at the time I was, and I still am over 21. Anyway, so he hands me the case and was like, what's your name? And I told him my name. And he tells his dad, he's like, hey, is it cool if Seth takes the case? And that way they can go home. He's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Just give it to him. It'll be all right. It's cool. So I'm sitting there holding the case, and like they're still running our information. And they were like, what were y'all doing? And we were like, man, we saw all that commotion. We just wanted to follow along.
What the audience needs to know, we live in a small town.
Yeah, real small.
Real small, and it gets boring sometimes. We used to hang out at Kmart's parking lot for entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, that was our entertainment.
Oh, yeah. That is where you would be on a Friday or Saturday night.
Yep.
So.
Yep. That was the good old days.
Yeah, buddy. Parking lot fishing and everything.
Oh, yeah.
You ever parking lot fished? We take a Mountain Dew bottle, put a couple rocks in it, tie it to the bottom of or tie it to the end of your fishing line, and you just work on your cast. Parking lot fishing.
No, but I know we was going to bring the pool table down and play pool in the middle of the parking lot.
Well, somebody showed up on a moped one night. We was doing tricks. Talking about vehicles, that didn't make the conversation.
Yeah, but that was before actually getting a vehicle. That's all I could afford. I was waiting for my Christmas present. So I spent $400 on a moped, which was fun. It was fun. I made it look goofy, but it would go. It wasn't like one of the slow ones. It had a little work.
I rode 35.
Yeah.
I rode that thing. Where did I ride it to? Like I rode it all down River Road. I rode it all up, down through Salem. And
Yep.
I was like, man, I don't have like a motorcycle license or nothing. And and I realized I don't need one for 49 cc. That thing was just putting around.
$2 a week is what it cost me in gas.
Daggone.
Yeah, I don't. Well, it was about a gallon of gas it would haul. But
Have
that
you
would last all week.
Have you seen those Honda Ruckuses?
Mm-mm.
They're like a tube frame scooter moped.
Wow.
But a lot of people are stretching them out.
Oh, I think I may have seen it then.
That would be something we should get. We should get a couple of those and stretch them out. And
Tune up the motor.
Well, you can get big motor kits like in the stretch kit for the moped. You can get like 150s. I think you can get a 200. I'm not sure, but I know you can get a 150, and a 150 will run interstate speed.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, buddy. I got my motorcycle license, so it's whatever. But I mean, if you get that little ruckus, you don't have a motorcycle license, do you? Huh?
I plead the fifth. Is this
You
an
don't have a
interrogation?
motorcycle to ride, do you?
No, but I have.
Oh, I think who hasn't rode without a motorcycle license?
That's true.
Anyway,
Everybody tells me to go to the local college. They do it, and they give me your license.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Is it? How long does it last?
3 days.
3 days. Do you have to get your learners first and then do it?
No, that's the best thing. Don't go get your learners first. Just go down there and take the course.
Okay.
I think it's like $75.
That ain't bad.
It's
That
a
ain't bad at
Friday.
all.
It's a Friday evening, Saturday morning. I don't know. It ends after like it's not much more longer than maybe two or three on a Saturday, and then Sunday morning. And depending on who you have, like they say that Friday night is your in class training.
Yeah.
And then Saturday is your motorcycle like out on the course training. And then Sunday you do your test. But I had a dude teaching a class. I mean, I've been riding dirt bikes and motorcycles all my life. Like, so I was out there like one-handed putting around the course, just like whatever, like, okay, this is kind of dumb, but whatever, I had to do it. I gotta do what I gotta do. But he said that, like, I'm actually testing you all week, like all weekend. So I mean, you pretty much you just go out there and you don't wreck the motorcycle, and you pretty much get your license. Now they give you the paper saying that you pass, and then you go to the DMV, and it's like $10 to put it on. So
That ain't bad.
yeah,
All right.
I think all in all, for about $100, you'd have your motorcycle license.
Your last car you have bought.
Technically, it's not my vehicle. It's my wife's, but I was there when she bought it. An 05 Chevy Avalanche.
How you feel about that?
It's a pretty sweet truck. Had a lot of problems in the beginning, but we've worked it out.
Yeah. I have my last car I bought was a Dodge Nitro. Nothing to brag about. A, B kind of car. It's nothing to go cruise nighting with. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a truck. I have never owned an actual car. Never.
Yeah, the Crown Vic was my car. I'd really like to get a G8 GT. Pontiac.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of a car I'd actually want. Maybe
I
like
want
a 60
something-
model Mustang.
Well, I want something family oriented. I want something to play with, but I also want something that like we can get in and drive to the beach or to Gatlinburg or whatever.
Oh yeah. That's why I got the Nissan. Wow. My wife.
The Nissan.
Nissan,
Liam Neeson's Nissan.
which is a nice car, and there is a button that makes it drive itself.
No thanks.
I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
Nah, fam.
Yeah.
No. Now, a vehicle that I technically don't own, but I have spent a lot of time on as a project would be me and my dad have been working on a 65 C10.
Which is a very nice truck.
It's pretty sweet. It's got some problems. It's got some body work that needs to be done. Yeah, we'll have to get together and it's not really that bad. There's a few spots. Well, the floor pans, cab corners, doors, front fender, rear bedside.
But what for what it is?
Yeah, it's a little rat rod pickup truck.
Yeah.
Insert picture here. It's a cool truck. 327. It's got a 700 R4 transmission with electronic overdrive. It's had the whole front suspension redone, front end gone over and all new, and it handles all right. It could handle better, but whatever.
So I left one out, and it's because a dream truck I owned. A dream truck was a 78 F. Well, I wanted a 77 F250, which is considered a hybrid. But the closest thing I could get my hands on was a 78, which is totally different grill, and it's not considered a hybrid because it doesn't have leaf springs in the front. But I had it. It had 35s. It was black. It was beautiful. Beautiful truck. Had the 460 in it. Oh, it had the power. But I took the kids one time. I was living up in basically in the sticks, up in Natural Bridge. And I took them to haul the trash because where that's at, you have to haul your trash. And I went to go give it gas, and the throttle got stuck. I had my two little ones in the car.
Ugh.
I did 2 donuts in the road. Scared me because I had them. I reached down and grabbed that pedal and pull it up, which luckily released it. But after that, I was like, I want to wait until the kids are grown before I could put more money into it. Put a rebuilt motor in it.
Man, that was a long bed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Man, spinning that thing around on the road, buddy. I bet you was in the ditch.
Oh, I was close. I was like that far. Like, it was just going. It happened so fast. And then I had to drive home once it released. I had the kids in the car. I was going like 5 miles an hour.
I
I
bet.
didn't even touch the gas. I just let it basically idle its way home.
Good Lord.
But I love that truck, and if I had the money to really put some money into it, because it just needed like carburetor work and stuff, I'd like to get one. I think they're called Profits or something.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of them?
No. I may have heard them.
What it is, it's like a carburetor that makes it fuel injection. Like you
Oh, yeah,
program it
yeah.
with your cell
I
phone.
have seen that.
They're like $1,000.
Oh, yeah, but it's the whole setup, though.
Yeah, it's the whole setup. But if I had the money, I was going to do that, drop the tank, put a better lift on it. Because the lift suspension someone put on it, and wasn't wrong, but it wasn't right, if you know what I mean. Like, the what they bought was good, but the way they put it on was wrong.
Mm.
I didn't like the way they put it on. But yeah, it was one of them garage family kind of things. It was kept in a garage its whole life. So there's
Yeah.
really no body damage. But something like that happens with your kids, you kind of just say, okay, I can't do this.
Yeah, you got to be more careful.
Yeah. But so I told you my dream truck. Well, have we already done your dream truck? I know we've done your dream car.
Sorry, I'm setting up for next week. We have a little surprise for you guys.
Oh, is it going to happen?
Yeah, it's going to happen. We're going to have 2 special guests next week.
Oh,
2. Not 1, but 2. Anyway, my favorite vehicle of all times. I've already had it. But like all things, it disappeared. Just give the awkward silence for a few minutes and look into your camera, Tommy. It went away in replace of a beat up convertible. Just look awkwardly into your camera. I remember coming home and my beautiful 55 Chevrolet was gone. That's enough awkward looking. It's kind of weird. I'm sure he's feeling guilty. It was my dad. It wasn't beat up. I'm just saying it for dramatic effect. He traded for a 67 Chevelle convertible. It was all right, but it wasn't a 55 Chevy. That 55 Chevy was. I remember being a real little kid in that car when he changed the motor out. He put a new shifter in it, and it wasn't hooked up or anything. It was just there, bolted, and you could just kind of move it however you wanted. And I can remember being real little, sitting in there and just like making engine noises and just banging gears and stuff. And man, it was so cool.
Oh yeah. Since we're on the car subject, what is your favorite motor? You don't have to stay in your Chevy party. You can explore. Favorite motor?
I'm gonna stay where it's good and fast.
Oh, so you're going forward then?
No, absolutely not. I don't want a boat anchor.
Oh, ouch.
Shut your pie hole!
I don't need that.
Now, and maybe you can look at it this way. Okay, nowadays, yeah, the 460 ain't going to be the fastest motor.
Yeah.
But back in the day,
man, I think I'd have to say an LS motor.
LS motor.
They're just so versatile. And I mean, I'm getting to the point where people are like, when I see an LS swap, I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, another LS swap. But they're so the bang for your buck is there.
Yeah.
The best bang for your buck. I mean, realistically, you know, if you're gonna do a standalone ECU and stuff like that, you can buy a crate engine LS1 for like $1,500. And I mean, right out of the box, a little plug and play, and you've got 400 horsepower.
Well, while we're on the motor, don't we know someone that has a truck that they put a crate motor on? He also makes gun stands.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. What motors he make?
yeah. That's a KR Cobra motor.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Tom,
If y'all saw,
Tom,
I
you
want
need
to
calm
drive
down.
that truck. I want to drive that truck.
I think he wants
Oh
to drive that truck. He's been working on it since 2013 or
You can
2012.
tell, but you can tell.
Oh,
He's thought of
yeah.
every little detail. He even made
Yeah.
his own key. Not store bought. He made his own key.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he laser cut it out, the logo and everything into it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I haven't been down there in a while. I saw it the other day and it's still in pieces. It'll
I
get
heard
started
it's almost
eventually.
ready for paint, ain't it?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it in a while. He got a new Falcon though.
Ooh.
A 62 or 63, I don't know. Ford's not my thing, but I mean, it's a nice car.
Now, something that usually it's kind of like, I don't know. It's either you love them or you hate them. Jeeps. You a Jeep fan?
I'm not, but my dad is. He's got a Jeep that we're doing a social experiment. We want to see how far we can take this thing before it dies.
Hmm.
It's a 96 Jeep Grand Cherokee that we call Cow Patty. And I'll put a picture. We'll put a picture in. This thing, dude, it's got bull horns. It's not like it's lifted, it's not jacked up or anything. I mean, it's a little car, little Jeep. It's a little Jeep that could. But it's got bull horns, paint flake. You know, it's a beater.
Character. It's got character.
It's got character, exactly. Character. Character marks all over the place. It's got a custom headliner with staples.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah. But it's done in the pattern. It looks like roll pleated interior.
Oh,
So
God,
at least
mine was
it
like really
tries to
bad.
look. At least it tries to look good.
What'd you do?
But man, this thing, dude, it's a tank, man. Like it's a tank. It's got the 4
was it,
liter
what year did you say?
96.
Well, they were good in 96.
Yeah, I know.
Last
It's a
one.
tank.
Oh, this.
It's unstoppable. I mean, we've done everything but drain the oil out and run it with no oil. Like we've driven that thing religious. It's my dad's daily driver. Like, and it blows.
Yeah.
I mean, it's over 300,000 miles.
Now, how many people can say they've owned a car that's had over that many miles?
And they
Like,
bought
honestly.
it brand spanking new.
Oh, wow.
So
they've
they're
actually got to see it age.
yes, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a social experiment. We're gonna drive that thing until it falls apart. It's a wild thing. It's
I
a
get to
wild
see
one.
Steph now driving. All of a sudden, the doors come off, fenders come off.
Dude, it sounds like a diesel. You fire bad boy up, man. It sounds like a diesel.
Oh, wow. I think I've heard it.
Oh, dude, it's got like a turbo muffler or something on it. Like it's loud. It's got a hum to it.
Well, I do like, and you may be different. I like the Wranglers, not the pickups. I don't like the pickups.
I don't mind the pickups. I like the pickups. I don't like any of them since they've gone to a 3.8. They're all junk.
Yeah, I'm talking the look. They
Oh,
look,
I love the look of them.
and there's so much you could do with a Jeep.
Yeah, like get stuck or not have enough torque to pull yourself out of a situation with these new
Well, I'm
3.8.
talking about you used to be able to customize your cars.
Yeah.
Now you buy an F-150, it's hard to find stuff to customize that everybody else has,
Yeah.
or you're spending a fortune.
Yeah, on Harley Davidson logos and whatnot, because every F-150 owner has a Harley.
But do you know why?
Yeah,
Who
because
owns
they're all
Harley
buttholes.
Davidson? Who owns Harley Davidson?
Because they're all buttholes.
Who owns Harley Davidson?
Ford. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah,
Ford?
Ford does. Yeah.
So that's why they're all buttholes, because they're all by association.
Well, they
Ford,
actually made an
Ford
F-150
owner?
special edition.
Harley owner, butthole. Same thing.
Oh, you're
I
hurting
ain't
yourself.
never met a Harley owner that didn't own a Ford that wasn't a butthole.
I mean, they both leak oils, so you don't have to change the oil. You just add more.
Yeah, because it's you just keep on adding
Yeah.
oil.
I do like my Harleys, though. I give it hell, but I like my Harleys.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having. There's certain ones that I don't want just because I've worked in the motorcycle industry. I've seen service calls and stuff like that. I know I've seen certain engines do better than the others and whatnot. So I mean, I know what to look for, but Harleys aren't terrible. I wouldn't. I would love to have I'd love to have a street glide or a road glide.
Now, did you ever watch Sons of Anarchy?
No, I had no interest.
Really? I
Yeah,
remember what bikes they had, because they had a lot of bikes on that show.
yeah, soft tails and soft tails and heritages and all kinds of whatnot. I don't remember right off. I just remember seeing. I think I watched the first episode. Was like, meh, same for me.
I watched it because my wife started watching it, and I was like, okay, I'll watch it.
I have every season on DVD.
Do you? Then why don't you
I-
watch it?
I don't brand. It's my wife. She loves it. I could care less.
At the end, though, it got weird. And they started throwing stuff in there that was like, I don't seem too bikey.
SJW culture, man. They just want to put in what they want to put in to fit a narrative. That's all it is.
Yeah, and that was put at the very last season to ruin it for you.
Oh, they destroyed Voltron for me.
Well, there's a show on Netflix called The Ranch. It's about some cowboys. They drink whiskey, make jokes. It's funny. You laugh through
You
the whole
said The
thing.
Ranch?
Yeah.
I think I may have seen that, or at least an episode.
If you watch it all the way through, it's very good. But the last episode, it pulls a narrative talking bad about guns and everything else. Like,
You're cowboys. How is it bad?
tell them, don't be leaving your gun in your gun rack. You don't know who can steal it. And I was like, they're in a small town. See, that's the difference. People don't realize when you live in a city, okay, don't leave the gun in the gun rack. You live in a small town, you know your neighbors. Most people don't even know your road exists. So they're not going to ride down it. Like, I mean, I had said, I didn't know where Seth lived. It'd be kind of hard to find where Seth lived.
Back up in the boonies.
Yeah. Where you can hear the locusts right now, can't you?
Oh my God, it's awful. It is terrible. Stupid locusts. And they're all like, their little skins are all over the place.
Mhm. Oh, I had to pull some out of my dad's grill today. They were all stuck up
Ooh.
on his truck. He had some truck problems today. His alternator went out.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
And what?
His white truck, surf truck is 250, F250.
Oh, okay.
And then the alternator went out on the forklift. So, something about
sucks.
alternators today. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But do you want to tell them about the new next episode, or is it maybe?
Yeah, that's fine. We can do it.
Is it
it's already-
approved like fully?
It's locked in. Yeah, both parties are
Oh, that's
involved.
great.
If you've paid attention to our channel or the Pop Culture Corner, then you're no stranger to our buddy Justin.
Seems like a really cool guy.
Justin has a channel called The Podcasting Dead, where they discuss Walking Dead topics and a multitude of other things, but their channel got started off of The Walking Dead. He is up to about 4,000 and some subscribers, and the dude's just rocking and rolling. And he's real fun too. He's real down to earth.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
me and him have become good friends over the past couple of months. And another friend of mine, his name is Pete, but his channel is Ep6, the place to be reviews. And he is kind of up off the ground. He's an up and coming YouTuber. He does a lot of entertainment news. Like, he doesn't just cover one specific thing. Now, the thing I was talking with Etep, which is Pete backwards. He it's his whole name backwards. Etep Pete something. I don't even know how to. I can say his last name backwards better than I can say his first name, last name forwards. But I was talking to Etep the other day, and he was like, "Man, I would love to talk Walking Dead." So we're gonna have a Walking Dead themed show discussion next week. And
So, if there's any fans watching this show,
yeah.
put a comment. We might put it on the show.
Yeah. Drop a comment if there's a question that you want to ask. If there's something that if you want to talk about a topic, an idea, or something like that. If you'll put it in the comment section here on this video, we'll make sure to read it on that episode. And both channels, Etep Lacoon's A Place to Be Review, and The Podcasting Dead, are going to be in our description. They are friends of our channel. They are, we are all good to go and like everything. So, yeah, next week should be pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
And
you got anything going on?
I think that's it. I think it's I don't know. What do you think?
How does a penguin build a house?
I don't know how.
It glues it together.
Oh,
Igloo.
big good. Oh wow, you went to the next stage of data. You got like, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is Dragon Ball Z, where he's like, he's at 9,000.
No, I don't. Hopefully, I'll get a haircut before then.
Yeah,
I'm looking awful shaggy. Oh,
Well, say, I can
and-
shave mine.
yeah. And we might have a special treat for the listeners come Saturday.
Sure.
Remember we talked about this the other day?
Like, pause time. About this shit.
You ain't got to pause time. We're going to go to Cars and Coffee.
Oh yeah, cars and. Yep. Should be fun. That's the main reason I put at the end of our cars and stuff, because we're telling you about our cars, so
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah, this weekend.
You know that.
It's Saturday morning, and it's still kind of up in the air because we're supposed to make a decision on working Saturday or not. Hopefully, everybody cross your fingers. Well, I guess it really won't matter because by the time this is out, we'll already know.
Yeah.
Um, but,
If it's gone when this goes out, if it's not, I'll put in descriptions. Hey, never mind. Sorry.
yeah,
COVID killed it.
hopefully that we'll get to go. If we do, we'll take pictures and video and all that kind of stuff, and it'll be a good time.
yeah.
We'll take the
Yes.
65, the C10.
Yes. And if there's any show y'all would like us to try, please comment what y'all want to see from the men's room.
Yeah,
Like so we get an idea of what our watchers want to see.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
You want to see me get a tattoo? I might like that.
I'd like to get another tattoo.
That's true. You only got one, right?
No, I've got 3.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, I remember 2. That one. Oh yeah, I forgot about the one on your shoulder. And when did you get the ring one now?
On our year anniversary.
That sucked, didn't it?
It hurt.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun. Like a hot knife scraping your finger.
I got 6.
Nice. I'd love to have more. I just don't have the budget for it.
They get expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got a tattoo gun and everything. I got all the sterilization, but I'm still learning. I tattooed my legs, and I'm decent. Not enough I'd actually charge somebody for it.
This one was free. It
Yeah.
was a learning situation. But I kind
got
of wish.
Pac-Man.
Huh?
I got Pac-Man on my legs
Nice.
for my
Let's see it.
grandfather.
Show it to me.
Oh, God.
Oh, gosh.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to see this one. Nope. Oh, there you go.
You did that? Man, you got some skinny legs.
Yeah, I do.
You need to wear some more shorts, man. Them things are white. They almost
I got the
blend in with
vein
the wall.
poking out my head. My legs
Huh?
ain't been up that high. I got the vein poking out in the center of my head. My legs ain't supposed to go that high.
But now if we get to go to Cars and Coffee this weekend, we'll probably go grab some breakfast or something beforehand, and then we'll go. Because I mean, it's an 8:00 showing kind of deal.
I don't think
So.
we should go live. I think we should record.
Yeah, we'll just record pictures and video and stuff. We can take pictures and some video and then put like music or something to it.
We might actually put a sneak peek on the Facebook page before we
Yeah.
upload the videos. Just so we would like to get some people on that are watching this on Facebook to see, and people on Facebook to come watch it on the
Yeah, we
YouTube.
really need more Facebook to come to here because we're on Facebook. Let's see where our Facebook's sitting at, because our Facebook is like got some huge numbers. And our YouTube channel doesn't. 90. We have 93 followers.
See, we need more followers, actually.
We need more subscribers.
Yes. So can you link this to the page? Have you been linking them to the page?
Yeah, every post that we do, I've been linking over there, and nobody's like come over. So
yeah, come over to the dark side.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I think that wraps up everything. That right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope y'all have I upload this at night, then I hope you have a good night. If I upload, wow, that's a tongue twister. If I upload this in the morning, good morning. Do you think the name fits me? Keep changing my name, and I need to know if I should use this.
I like Tommy Gunn. I think that's cool.
Maybe draw a little figure of Appalachian America and then have him holding Tommy guns. There you go.
Hey, why couldn't a bicycle stand up on it by itself?
I don't know why.
It was too tired. All right, y'all. Take it easy.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.